Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back here for another recap. Not a recap. I'm all over the place right now. Welcome back for another pre-market pump. Not a recap. I don't know why I said recap. But let's see. Let me post my link into the Discord so people can start coming in. YouTube. All right. Got that posted. So we have a couple stocks here on the scanner. Scanner looking pretty thick today. We have a 470% gapper, 293% gapper, 175% gapper, 82%, 82%, 65%. So very, pretty thick gap scan. So we have a lot to work with today. We'll see if one really takes the stage. So far, it looks like DTSS is the one that's really taking the stage right now. With the move from $1 up to $8.69. Very nice move pre-market. I hope you pre-market traders are dialing in on DTSS. I have yet to take any trades. I do want to save my orders for the open only because that's where I'm pushing the most size, and the profit per order potential is going to be the highest. We all know the 390 order rule, which is you can only average no more than 390 orders per day. And so if I'm limited to 390 orders, I only want to be trading where I'm able to make the most money. So I don't want to waste 100 orders or 50 orders trying to trade pre-market when I could be saving that for the open. Which is another reason, again, why I do like to wait until the open. But good morning, guys. DTSS. We can go through like kind of the news breakdown and the float breakdown. DTSS, I don't see any news on it. I did see something in a Discord though. Let me scroll on back and see if I think somebody posted some sort of news on it. Just a sec. No, I don't see anything. Okay, let's pull up the dilution tracker. Let me looking at DTSS. So DTSS up almost 500%. It's a 1.2 million share float, so very low float. So that means supply is very, very small, which is great. And the volume profile looks really good. So volume is our potential demand. So when you have a high volume relative to your float, you can have huge fluctuations between extreme demand and extreme supply by people overselling or overbuying the stock. That's why you have these huge moves both to the upside and to the downside. So it makes it very risky, but traders like us can capitalize on that volatility. Looks like we have a warrant, but the exercise price is at $67, so we don't have to worry about that. Nobody can. Okay, so it looks like it has an earnings report. I can look up for that earnings report here. I don't see it on Thinkorswim News, but maybe I can look here on the dilution tracker. But it looks like we have warrants, but the exercise price is at $67, so nobody can exercise those warrants or sell shares onto the market until $67 a share. So we got quite a ways for that. So we don't have to worry about that. The warrants. We can take a look at the daily chart while we're already here. Looks like they're at the market. Looks like they're at the market. Offering is already terminated. Looks like that's been terminated, so we don't have to worry about that. But we do have a shelf offering. that is registered in June. Let's see here. They also have another one in 2020. I'm not sure. I don't know how much of that has already been sold into the market. Total amount that could be raised from the shelf, 90 million. It's a lot. Yeah, so it looks like they haven't done it because the float at the time, float of the company calculated for the purpose of the baby shelf rule. So yeah, 1.2 million, 1.2 million. So looks like they haven't, they do have a shelf on the looming overhead if they want to drop the shelf. But looks like that hasn't been weighing on momentum so far. But the risk is always there. So the risk is always there. Looks like the news, somebody posting in the Discord here, news, data C report second quarter, yeah, fiscal results. Second quarter revenue, 11 million versus 1 a year ago. Okay, let's see. So that's crazy. That's a crazy news, actually. Yeah, here it is. Let's pull it up. Data C reports, okay. So revenue's up 11.3 million versus 100,000. Oh, sorry, 0.1. Yeah, same thing. 100,000 or 0.1 million a year ago. That's crazy. That's an 11x increase in revenue in 1 year. This is why the stock is up. Crazy stuff. So looks like you can read all through this if you want. Let's see here if they say anything about net profit. Operations update. Yeah, so you can read through all that if you want. I'm not going to read through it, but the headline is really kind of all is what you need. You know, you want to look for, if they publish like actual dollar amounts, and if it's a significant amount, it usually packs a little bit bigger punch on the catalyst if it's decent enough. But so yeah, it's 11x increase, crazy. So it's a reverse split, good news story again. Let's see. I don't see a reverse split. Let's see. Oh yes, we do have the reverse split. So here's the reverse split. You can tell why it jumped from 9 cents up to $1.60, which is your reverse split. Floats super small. News rips it. It looks like we're already at $10 a share. Okay. Okay now. Okay now. We're up 600%. Holy shit. Holy shit. 650, 660%. My dear baby Jesus. The market is here. Let's not get FOMO. We gotta stay calm, cool, and collected. Calm, cool, and collected. But this week the market has been pretty decent. Calm, cool, and collected. And let's take a look at the level 2. Let me take a look. I know you guys can't see the level 2, but I just want to take a look at the spread. Looks like maybe 10, average 10-cent spread. Isn't too bad. Not too bad. The daily chart, let's take a look at the daily chart like we were saying before. So we're at $10. So we're at $10 a share. Man, are we at all-time highs? We are all the way up here. Holy shit. Holy moly. Holy moly. So we're over a significant amount of resistance, which is great. We're in this area. We have a window. So whenever you see a window, it means that there's no previous price action history. There's likely nobody stuck long in this area. So if there's nobody stuck long in this area, nobody's going to be selling their shares from the high. So only going to be selling shares from the low when they're already in the green zone. But you know, traders like to add into their winners and hold for as long as possible. So we don't know when, you know, any of the big whales are going to start selling their position. It's up 600%. Maybe we break all-time highs of 1797. It could be possible. Looks like we're heading in that direction, but the risk is always there. But the overhead resistance is limited. It seems limited on the overhead resistance, so which is great. So we'll see what we get here at the open. What a move, man. What a move. This is what we like to see. I haven't seen a market like this for a good while. So that's DTSS. Let's go down the scanner because DTSS is already up 600%. We also have to keep in mind that, when stocks make a huge move pre-market, are they going to be able to sustain that move at the open? Because we may be getting profit taking from people holding from down here because they're up multiple hundreds of percent, 200, 300%. If I'm up 200 and 300%, I'm looking to at least take some profit. I'm not looking to just hold after this parabolic move. So we may get at the open some consolidation or a sell-off. Sometimes when they rip so much pre-market, they can't hold the highs at the open, and the stock comes right back down. It's a heavy backside. So I got to be careful of that as well. I can't just be blindly optimistic, blindly just FOMOing in, looking for 15, 20, 25. I got to always maintain my discipline, always understand that the risk is still there, even though the market's hot. Even though the market's hot doesn't mean everything's going to go straight up. Also, the dips, when the market's hot, the dips are going to come lower than you think. And that's where a lot of traders, beginner traders get trapped, is because they buy dips in normal areas in a normal market, in a slow market, but because it's a hot market, the dips are going to be even more extended than you would think they'd be. And that's where you get in too early, and then you get in too late, and you wait for the move that's already you want it to happen. And then you missed the rebound. So here's for an example. Like this is like starting to dip. People may have bought there looking for the dip, but we're now down another 50 cents from that entry, and then it could go down even further. So the sentiment is also going to change the entries and the exits a little bit, because if the market's hot on the exit, you want to be scaling out. You want to be capturing that move if you're catching a nice breakout and it's really strong. But also on the dips, sometimes the dips can be more extended than you think. But let's go through the next stock here, LEWS. This one, $1.70. We're up 270%. This one is closed below 46 cents. So since we closed below 46 cents, the halt bands are going to be a lot tighter. And I don't like trading tight halt bands, man. Those are some nasty trades for me. Sometimes I take nasty losses because you catch a dip into a halt down, and before you know it, you're down 20%. So this one I might not trade. This one may act like that stock yesterday, BGLY, that had a lot of halts in it. So this one, I just dripped water all over my pants. Okay, anyways, this one, let's see here. Let's see if they have news. No news on it. Let's pull up the dilution tracker. ELWS. 3 million share float. So, small float. Doesn't have any offerings overhead so far. And so looking good there. Does it have news on it? No, I don't see any news on it. So this one I'll have to keep this one on the side chart, but this one right now is not going to be the main one that I want to watch at the open. We sold off quite a bit from the highs, and we're underneath VWAP. We're underneath the VWAP. And let's see here. Yeah, and we're trending lower, so I don't really like it. CNVS just got good AI news. CNVS. Wow, 1 to 4 already. Oh my God, Chinaverse? Oh no, Cineverse. I said Chinaverse. CNVS, wow, great call out there. This one also has potential for today. 11 million share float, a little bit higher than those other stocks, and it does have warrants already over $3. So it has warrants registered over $3. So that means there's 2,600. I can show you here. So there's 2,666,000 warrants, which is pretty much shares that somebody can sell onto the market after the stock has reached over $3. They can sell it, or they can, they can exercise their warrants over $3. They have to pay $3 to exercise their warrants, but they pay $3 and they could be selling right now at $3.80. So they're immediately profiting 80 cents when they exercise that. So you could be getting some resistance here, but it's only 2 million shares. I guess it's not that much, but we could be getting that resistance over 3. And I know we're already consolidating over 3. I don't think that they can exercise their warrants until the market open. So I want to be careful with CNBS at the open. Because this is what we got on that other stock. There was another stock a couple weeks ago. Or no, I think on Monday maybe. I think it was, I forget. I think it was on Friday. There was warrants at 650 or something, and you could clearly see the resistance in that area at the open. So CNVS is, making moves here. We'll see at the open. But really good call out there. We have BREA trending lower. This one doesn't have any news on it as of today. At least I don't see. BREA. Okay, 3 million share float. No news as of, it was news 2 days ago on the 12th, but that was it. So BREA is just too much off the highs at 680. It sold off just way too much. It's consolidating below VWAP. It's making lower lows and lower highs. This is not something that I want to look here yet for the open, but if we can get back over 440 in some case, if that happens, and maybe I'd see a break. Want to look for a break of 4.5 and 5, but I'm not really banking on this one. We had IINN, which is another one. So a lot to watch today. So I hope attention isn't scattered, because when attention's scattered, it gets really hectic out there. I really like when all the attention is kind of zoned in and narrowed in into 1 or 2 stocks. And that's where you can see the massive moves, and the dips holding up and continuing higher. But sometimes when attention is scattered, you may see that breakout and it may be really strong, but you go to buy the dip and nobody's there to buy the dip, and it comes right down. So I've seen that a lot when it's a hot market and attention is scattered. So let's look at IINN. This one break below VWAP. That's already a red flag. 12 million share float, so a little bit. It's okay, but it's a little bit on the higher end. It does have IPO warrants for 3 million shares at 550. Oh, this is at 550 though, so we don't have to worry about that until 550. I can pull this up here. So you got the warrants there at 550. No one can exercise that until 550, but we're only at $2 stock or less. Yeah, $2, 150 or something like that. So we don't have to worry about that yet. And this warrant here is not registered yet, so we don't have to worry about that either. Looks like terminated their at the market. Their shelf offering looks like they have a potential shelf offering that they can raise money with at some point as well. So you gotta be careful of that. Just something to keep in mind. I would still trade it, but just always being aware of the potential risks is important. If we can get back over VWAP, maybe back over 180, I would look for a break back for the highs. I'll put an alert here, because if we can break back over this previous high, then I'd be interested, maybe for the break of 2 continuation. DTSS looking for 684 support. That's 3-year high currently, VWAP area as well. Yeah, I can take a look at that again. CCG, oof, this coffee's already hitting me. I thought I already got it out of my system, but so this one, not very pretty. Some people like this setup though because it's extreme sell-off. Sometimes you get that a decent bounce for a couple of dollars off the low, but this is not something that I want to trade, especially in this market condition. With this market condition, I only want to be trading stocks moving higher. This is something that I would trade when the market is like shit, when the market is shit, and I'm trying to like scramble together a couple cents a share. But this is not something I want to trade. Sometimes you get like that sell off and then like that reclaim, but I'm not going to look at this. That's grasping for straws. There's so many more better setups out there. And I only, like in this market, I only want to be trading the front side because that's where the money's going to be made today. TAOP, this one, I don't see any news on it. Looks like it's low volume. Not really my cup of tea, but I'll put an alert here at 3. There's so many stocks. This is where the alerts are going to be coming in handy. So let me put my alerts at some key areas. ELWS, we can get back over 2. Because I'm not going to be able to watch every stock, is the problem. There's so many stocks, I'm not going to be able to watch them all. So if I can set some alerts, as the alerts go off, I can kind of pull up that stock, knowing that it could be potential. So I'll also put an alert at BMR. I know this is consolidating pretty nicely here. Prefer not to trade this, but if it does make a move, I would be interested. I prefer to trade day one. First green day is my ideal trade today. So yeah, that's DTSS. It's pretty much everything fresh on the scanner. CNVS was another one. That's right, CNVS. How are we doing on that one? CNVS. Just way too much on the scans here. Wow, man. From 1 to 524. I guess I'll put an alert there. All right, I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom quick because I'm not gonna hold this in. So, BRB. All right, we're back. Okay, so we had a lot on watch today. I'm going to need to let me write all this down here in the Discord. Because I'm not going to remember all this. DTSS, ELWS, BMR, IINN, CNVA, right? CNVS, sorry. CNVS, BREA. Oh my god. What else we got? TAOP. Looks like someone in the Discord did pretty well on CNVS. Great call out there, CNVS. This is a great flag. Great flag here, continuation. But it looks like we're seeing that sell-off. And we saw a similar pattern with this the other day, where we had that huge move, and then we gave back all the move for the open. So IINN curling up for the open. I don't know what I'm going to watch here for the open. Is there any quick way you can know if and when the 2 million share warrants are exercised at $3 out of the way? I don't think they update this in real time. So you kind of, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think they update this in real time. Like, I don't even know when this was last updated. Well, look, at last update date, you're going to have to, yeah. You'd have to sign up for premium, which I don't know how much that costs. I would consider buying premium, actually, at some point. I don't even know how much it is. But, yeah, I mean, you have the exercise price at 3. Yeah. You can already see that there's a lot of supply overhead here. It did not hold the highs very well. But it has 2 million. It's not too much, but I guess there's no way to know in real time if they all been exercised, and then you'll see that. Maybe you'll see like a continuation move. No, in TOS they don't show that. They don't show warrants in TOS. You can try the free trial. Maybe they update it pretty often. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like CNVS just because it looks like there's a lot of potential dilution, which you can already see why it's not holding the highs. So IINN, I think I might watch IINN and DTSS at the open. If we can consolidate here and hold highs for right at the open, I would look for IINN first, and then DTSS. I don't know. DTSS looks good, man. It looks good for dips because we're consolidating over VWAP. I think the volume on DTSS was better than IINN, so I think I'm going to focus on DTSS. and it is a little bit higher price, so I feel like I can actually make more on it. All right, so I'm going to get geared up here for the open. Stay disciplined today. Stay calm, stay cool, collected. There's plenty of opportunity today. If you miss something, it's completely okay. Just wait for the next one. Don't FOMO into the high. Wait for the next entry. Manage your risk. Make sure you cut the loser. Don't add into a loser. Got to stay disciplined. Just got to stay disciplined, and even if you don't do well today, don't beat yourself up. Just take it as a learning experience, study it up, and get ready for the next day. You can't have one day define your entire trading career. Today is not going to define my trading career, either to the upside or to the downside. So, and same for you. So, stay disciplined, stay calm, cool, and collected. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you guys later today on the recap. Good luck.